Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NBA action, headed out west where the Warriors are hosting the Nets.
We've got a promo code. The code is LOVE for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net.
Nets road favorites here, -4. Total, we're still waiting on. We've got the Nets 15 and 12 on the year, 11 and 16 against the number. Golden State 14 and 12. 13 and 13 against the spread. And this is a Golden State squad that has come on relatively strong as of late. Steph Curry has been absolutely draining some threes. I think he had 10 3-pointers before I even went to bed the other night against Orlando, even though they did not cover in that game, 111 and 105. That was kind of a bad beat there at the end there. And then you've got the Nets, who are expected to have Kevin Durant back after quarantining for COVID. So I think that's probably why they're favored here. We've got Lee from ASA here to break this one all down for us. Lee, early thoughts on Nets and Warriors?
Well, I like Brooklyn here based on the fact that Durant will be in the lineup. So I would check your lineups before you make a play on this game if I was betting it. Obviously, a homecoming for him coming back to the Bay Area against his former team. Golden State's 9-5 straight up at home on the season. They've got the fourth best differential at home in the NBA at plus 6.1 points per game, but only 3 of those wins have come against a team with a current winning record. And their differential's been inflated because they've beaten some bad teams, in blowout wins: Detroit, Minnesota twice, Sacramento. So I think the road differential is a little bit inflated. Brooklyn on the road, 4 and 7 straight up. They've got the 15th net road differential in the NBA, so just average. But again, the big three have not played together much. Harden came over in the big trade to Brooklyn to form the big three with Kyrie and Kevin Durant. They've only played a total of 164 minutes together. They haven't played together since February 2nd. That was a big home win against the Clippers. They're 4-1 with all three in the starting lineup, and their plus minus is just incredible in all three on the court. Golden State was recently a plus 2.5 point home dog to the Celtics in early February, and they lost by 4. And we feel Brooklyn, when healthy, is better than the Celtics. The Nets have one of the worst defensive efficiency teams in the NBA this season, but they're coming off one of their best showings. They held the Pacers to just 94 points and 39% shooting. Brooklyn has the fourth best offensive efficiency ratings in the NBA at 1.171 points per possession. Surprisingly, Golden State is 20th in that same category. I just feel the alpha male here is Kevin Durant, and I think those his teammates are going to play hard for him in his return back to Golden State. I'm expecting them to get maybe a double-digit win here.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's as petty as Kevin Durant. This is the guy that had burner accounts on Twitter that was arguing with people. And I think at times he is very rude to some reporters when they ask him questions about his future. And it's just awkward to watch. So I think you're right on the money there that this is going to be a meaningful game for Kevin Durant here. And this Nets team, when they want to, they can score all kinds of points. We know that. That offense is certainly there. And then you've got Steph Curry, who can make 10 threes on any moment's notice. But it's really the Steph Curry show. He hasn't gotten a whole lot of help from his teammates. One night it was Kelly Oubre that scored 40. But other than that, he's been largely not contributing as much to the scoring aspect. So I just wonder if they have the weapons to compete with an offensive team like the Nets that has not one, but 3 guys that can score upwards of 25 points. I know the defense isn't there, but I just don't know if Golden State has the horses, especially at this small of a spread at 4. And it might change, obviously, when they make it official, if Kevin Durant is there or not. And what do you think about a total? Obviously, we don't have one here, so maybe I'm putting you on the spot here. But any leanings when it comes to a total of this game?
Well, my first thought was I was going to look at the total in this game, and then when the total didn't come out, obviously with the Durant status being unknown, I'm going to guess that this over-under is going to be in the 240 range, 241, 242 if you look at similar opponents. A high total in the NBA right now is in the 230s, but if you look at some of the other games that Golden State's played, and Brooklyn has played against Washington and teams like that, the total has been in the 240s. I'm an under player, so when I see a number in the 240s, I typically lean towards the under, unless I expect a shootout. So.
Right, and Golden State has actually had 3 straight unders, and then Brooklyn under in 2 of their last 3s before or after that one streak where it just seemed like you could just blindly bet the over on Brooklyn games. They've cooled down a bit, and especially since they've adjusted the numbers. And I think when you're talking about teams with big name players, people are going to want to bet the overs, and especially in this game, I think the consensus is you see Durant, you see Curry going shot for shot. That's probably where people's minds are going to be when it comes to the general public. But that's going to do it for our NBA talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Lee from ASA. Lee, thanks for joining us.